Hey viewers, welcome to episode 4 of LoL for Dummies, and we are today playing a ranged versus ranged game. I am Ash once more, and my opponent is going to be Severe, or Sivir. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but it doesn't really matter. So, as I said in the previous game, I will discuss the items later. I will give you a build on Ash, well, as one of the 3 champions I'm going to do. And it's going to be a different build than what you would find on all of the websites that have these builds on there. Because it's going to be a build that is specifically for new players. And so you're going to basically have a build that's safer in the beginning when it's really hard to stay alive for a new player, and that is still pretty good in the late game. It's not going to do as much damage as the other builds will do, but it's not all about damage. It's definitely also about staying alive and being able to get as much gold as possible and as much experience as quickly as possible. That means not dying, staying in lane and harassing your opponent, and that is what this build will be all about. So for this one, so the range versus range, we're going to rely a little bit more on volley, which is one of our skills here, and it has a huge range compared to our basic attack. As you can see, it has a range up to here, so where my mouse now is. It's a little bit further than the actual the actual picture, and yeah, it doesn't actually match up. The picture doesn't match up with where the arrows will fly, but yeah, I won't go into that because that is actually a mistake in the programming. But anyway, stay away from this bush in the beginning of the game, so do like I did, stay near your turret, because that is really important if you're up against real players. They are going to hide in these bushes, especially in the low elo. Just walk around this ridge and try to stay away from them, so they will actually waste their time. And as you can see, I'm now using the W to harass, and I'm using my right click, so basic attacks, to farm. As I said, when you're in the bush here, you will be invisible. And you can use that to escape as well, so you can do some damage like this and then run back through the bush, and the minions won't be able to follow you unless you attack from the bush, but that's something you should try to avoid as much as possible. So that one was Severe's main harass skill. It's called Boomerang Blade, and there it is again. It has a relatively low cooldown, so she can use it quite often. It does cost a lot of mana, and that is why she is starting off with Doran's Ring, as you can see in the top here. I selected her, and then you get to see what her items actually are. So it doesn't do a whole lot of damage early on, but that will increase quite quickly. And yeah, especially in the late game, or in the later game, if she has some items, it will do a huge amount of damage. That is why you need a good plan on how to win this matchup. And my plan is going to be to harass as much as possible with my W, and try to stay away from her as much as possible. And by doing that, I will be able to do damage without getting killed. So I'm just picking some random skills here. I do want to level up volley as much as possible, because volley is going to be my main harass skill, and I'm just going to do one attack every time and then run out again, because that way it's very hard for her to retaliate and to do damage back. Of course, she can do exactly the same thing, and a player will definitely do exactly that. So they will do like 1 or maybe 2 attacks, or well, throw their skills at you until you are low enough for them to attack. But in this case, because I I attacked her enough, I harassed her enough. She has gone back to base to heal. And I can either do the same, or in this case, because I'm still full health and full mana, as you can see on the bottom here, but also above your character. I can actually stay in, do some damage to the turret, and as you can see, the turret is now at 950 hit points, and I can probably take out about half the turret here. And there we go. When she comes back, she's going to have the advantage because she is has just healed. She has some new items, and yeah, she will just be able to do more than I can. And that is why I have to stay back a little bit. I am still going to attack with my W, which slows and does damage. But yeah, as I said, I will do, or I said that in the previous game, I will do an Ashe video, probably today still, and I will describe how to use her skills, because skills on every champion are unique. And there you see why I want to stay away from her, because, well, when I stay away from her, I can actually prevent being hit by the boomerang blade, which is her highest damage skill that can actually hit me. Because her basic attacks are going to be awesome in the later game, but they cannot really reach me yet, because the range just isn't good enough. And I am just trying to harass her. So, as you can see, just trying to do a little bit of damage every time I get near her, and then running out again. Of course, I can use more skills, but I'm not going to, because this game is not, or this demonstration basically, is not about getting the kill, it's about learning how to do this. So I'm trying to stay away from her as much as possible, and every time I can kill one of the minions, I am running in. As you can see, she just hit me, but it's not taking a whole lot of HP off me because of my starting item, but I'll explain more on that later. Yeah, I'm just trying to get a clear shot of her and not get in the way of the minions, and every time I attack her, she can choose to attack me back, or to run away, or to, well, just go all in basically. But because she's so low health now, she cannot really commit to an all-out attack, and that is exactly what I'm trying to accomplish. I'm trying to get her to back off, and in this case she's actually gone home to heal, because, well, that's how the bots are programmed. Once they go under 30% health or something like that, they are going back to heal. And I am going back as well, because I have 1200 gold, as you can see in the bottom left, and I can buy some new stuff for that. And I will be, I don't know, I'll be buying some nice gear. But as I said, I'm just buying some random stuff here, it doesn't really matter. But I'm going back in, I'm not using my skills here. I have Ghost and Flash, which I definitely would recommend to anyone, but Flash is one of the skills that is available only to the level 12 summoners and higher. So up until that point you will have to do with something else. So get either heal or teleport or something that can help you survive the early game. And not only, I mean, heal will help you survive, but teleport will actually help you in being able to heal in base, so go back to base basically to heal, and then go back really quickly. So you're basically not losing any experience then. So as you can see, the minion wave was pretty big on her side, so the amount of purple minions was pretty great, and that's why I'm now attacking them.
Agreed.
Where normally I wouldn't be doing that. But for now, let's just say that it doesn't matter, because for now it really doesn't matter. So I'm staying away, I'm running back as quickly as I can after doing my skill or whatever I want, and I am trying to dodge exactly that. So trying to keep her on her toes, and this will work with most of the new players as well, because they have no idea how much damage you're going to do. And since you don't know either, don't go risk it all just to get a kill. Oh, totally missed there. But it doesn't matter, I just wanted to do some damage, and yeah, I can't believe that I actually missed that. But so again, trying to do some damage without getting too close, and well, she hit me there. But it's okay, because I have plenty of health. And yeah, you should really always keep an eye on how much health you have and how much health the opponent has. She once again went home. You will see that players will actually not go home this often, because well, you lose a lot of experience with that, and you really don't want that. But this matchup is definitely a lot worse than the one against Master Yi, especially early game. You really want to stay away, only last hit the minions, which means that you only want to hit them to kill, not to damage them when they're still full health. So I'm not doing a good demonstration on that, but well, you could see that I was staying away from my opponent as much as possible, and by doing that I'm actually staying safe. I'm staying high health, and I can actually do some damage now to the turret because I stayed away. And yeah, there we go. We actually destroyed the turret. And yeah, you really will learn in time by playing Ashe a lot when to get aggressive and when not to get aggressive. But for now, just learn that she's very weak. She doesn't have a lot of HP, and your best bet is to just stay away from your opponent and try not to get damaged at all, while doing as much damage as you can. I mean, it's okay to take a little bit of damage, especially with the item build I will give you. It's just, yeah, you don't want to overextend. So, for example, if I move here, I'm going to take a lot of damage. That was an excellent example of that. So all of a sudden, I'm losing like a quarter of my health just by staying too close to her, because then she can actually get aggressive. And the whole point is to stay far enough away that you don't. That she cannot really get aggressive. You want to be the one that's doing the damage, and you really don't want to take any damage. So that's it. If there's any more questions, please leave them in the comments. And yeah, I just showed you the real basics of how to go ranged versus ranged. Range versus range, as I said, is a lot more difficult, and it's going to be even more difficult when there are multiple champions in the lane. So if you're going up 2 versus 2, it is going to be a whole lot more difficult even than this was. And yeah, just keep practicing. Stick to the rule that it's better to not die than it is to get a kill. Because if you overextend, if you don't get the kill you were going for, then you are basically just going to die, and the opponent is going to have the advantage. So try to harass, which is dealing damage without actually committing to a fight. So the little poke damage of one basic attack immediately going back, or the one volley, so this one, and then going back. There are of course better ways to handle it, but for the really new players, just try this and it'll work for you, I promise. Especially if you practice it a little bit, know what actual overextension is, because it's not a whole big deal. It's not like yeah, a really big difference between overextending and yeah, and being exactly in the right spot. Oh, I thought I missed once again, but so this would be an all-out attack. I'm going to go for the kill here, and I'm not actually sure if I will get it. I'm pretty sure I will, but as you can see, I'm taking a lot of damage from the minions as well as from her. and she is just dodging like crazy, and I'm not going to get the kill. So she's behind the turret now, and there's no way I can reach that without dying. So that's exactly my point. If you would do this in a 2v2 lane, or even if in a 1v1 lane, but anyway, if you would do this in a normal game, you would lose half your HP without getting the kill, and there are other champions on the map. I mean, in this case, there is no other champion, so I can do this. I can go to 1 HP with no problem, because I know I'm not going to get attacked by anyone else. But if there are 5 champions on the map, then yeah, don't do that. Don't overextend like I just did, just to maybe get a kill. You want to harass as much as possible, and once someone is like half health or quarter health, wait for your opportunity and then go all in, preferably with someone who is in your lane as well. So one of your teammates, go 2v1, which is always a good deal. And yeah, that's it. Final thing I wanted to say. So as I said, please leave a message if you missed something in this video, or if you have another idea on what you would like to see in these kind of or this video series. But for now, this is it, and I hope you enjoyed the game. I hope you learned something, and I will see you next time.